Love that.
All that great content just gone.
Okay, great.
It doesn't matter. They've already missed so much.
We missed it.
Yeah, the moment's over, Alan. It's done.
Yeah, we just talked about how we were gonna eventually, if we actually, you know what? No, Alan, hold on.
Wait, Alan, come back.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan's in
While
the room.
you're here, we have a question for you. If we do this bi-weekly, make a graphic, make an intro, can we get some person, can we just be one of the regular shows in the studio?
If you guys make a commitment to do a bi-weekly show,
Are we dropping these off here?
Yeah.
that makes,
So many.
if you guys are putting in that effort, I think the station can put in that effort to match you guys.
I mostly meant it as a joke.
But I'm kind of okay with it.
I
I don't know if we're gonna do it for 20 years.
No, I mean,
I have no problem taking some of my own time. And you guys
That
have a
sounds
regularly
fantastic.
scheduled
That's
show
so
that I
incredibly
know that
kind
I
of you.
Come in at this time
Yeah.
and do this for you guys.
That would
Are you heading out?
that's so incredibly kind of you.
That would be great.
That's really, really sweet.
Production
I mean, well, think
value.
about it. Yeah, yeah.
Because I just like listening to you guys talk.
Well,
Aw.
yeah. So, hi.
Hello.
It's a party. We've got a lot of people. Yeah, that's Alan, the person we keep yelling at and about. This is Katie.
Oh,
There we go.
Hey,
There it
we
is.
go.
There it is. And then we have. I don't know that you want your name on camera, so I won't say it for you. Yeah, and then we have another person
Hello.
over here. Yeah.
Everyone's here.
Yeah, we have a lot of people around
And
today.
now everyone's gonna leave. It's just gonna be
Yeah,
us again.
and not a single person is part of Northbound.
we don't do guests here.
Well, specifically, it's just funny to me that because all of these people have now appeared on the Northbound channel, and I'm still the only person from Northbound at the time of recording. So
You
that's
guys
just
look
great
and
for me.
sound Great. Have fun.
Thank you, Alan.
You look and sound great.
Stop.
Yeah. No, that's Ryan. That's not. I thought Katie just says "Have a lovely day." I have a friend who is in Northbound too.
Oh.
Anytime I'm like "Have a lovely day," they're like "You have a lovely day." They're really angry about it. And it's a lot of fun.
I thought you were referring to the person in the booth saying, no, it's Ryan, like Josh's son.
No.
Josh's what, 5-year-old son?
No. Okay, we're just referencing everybody. Hi.
Hello.
We're your hosts. I'm the host. I don't know who.
We're-
We're the people on this show.
Yeah.
I'm Hunter. That's Will, and we're maybe friends.
Yeah, we're potentially friends.
Yeah, we're maybe friends.
Yeah.
Maybe we're friends. We're figuring that out.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't know in 20 years. Who knows?
I think that'd be so funny. I really this is like a bit. I do really think that the scaled up version of this is I was talking to Josh. I think it would be so funny that we have an episode of this podcast. But because the conceit is that we don't know if we want to hang out with each other outside of work, and that's true. We've never done that.
We've never seen each other outside of work.
No, this is coming from a genuine place. That parking lot is where our interactions end.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it would be so funny. The next evolution of that is that we're filming something at Taylor Park, and we're filming that at Taylor Park and having an episode of the podcast because then we're still at work.
Yeah, no, I love that so much.
Yeah, it'd be really funny.
I would love for the show to get out of the studio and just start doing random things.
Dude,
and see how we interact.
I was thinking about this. I was talking to you before last time a month ago. Oh my god! It was some point. I've been to
behind schedule.
3 separate countries since the last time we were in the studio.
Wait, you went
together.
to Greece.
I went to Greece. I went to Turkey, and I went to Cyprus.
What were you doing in Turkey?
What
were you doing in
Going
Cyprus?
to Turkey. Not a lot. There's not a lot in Cyprus. The Rock of Aphrodite was cool, and then the next coolest thing in all of Cyprus was some guy's floor. It was some Roman guy had a really cool floor, and then he died, and then his house fell over, but his floor is still there.
Hey, that's a
and
good
the
floor.
It's cool.
Yeah,
It has a mosaic that's 1,000 years old.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
and it's still there. A house fell on it, and it's still there.
Well,
That's a good floor.
Yep. And that was legitimately the second coolest thing we could find in Cyprus.
Oh, what a glowing review.
Cyprus, you're great.
Go to Cyprus. They've got a floor, I
Hey,
guess.
man, having occupied territory is a bit of a downer, to be fair.
Yeah.
Can make it a little tough.
That's awkward.
No, but we were discussing like, well, where does this go? Because I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think I might have a lot of fun with you. I don't know. And it was like, well, where do we go? Like, it was like, well, we could go to a concert and just like have our cat phone being like, hey, Will, so here we are, like, trying to figure out.
Is
And then,
it a concert that like one of us want to go to, or just for an artist that
I feel
neither
like
of us
there's gotta
know?
be concerts we both want to go to. You said you've already been to Billy Joel, but that was like the first one on the top.
Yeah, I've been to Billy Joel twice.
Oh, okay. Now you're just bragging.
That's why I flew to Australia to see Paul McCartney. I bring this up every episode. Like,
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I've gone to
If-
stupid lengths every time.
I would too, especially if it's in a country I haven't seen yet. Honestly, I love traveling. If we could do that,
Yeah.
I'd do it.
We make a travel. No, Sydney, Australia is the best city I've ever been to.
Really?
I loved it there. Like, it's like a city, but it's clean and there's greenery. And I haven't been to every city ever.
I had the
but-
same thing in Tokyo. Like, most popular
okay.
city on the planet, and there was no trash anywhere.
Really?
There were also no trash cans anywhere.
Wow.
Which is even more surprising.
Tokyo just doesn't have trash.
Yeah, but they have vending machines everywhere. So like, there's packaging,
There's-
and people use them. There was a vending machine for beer, and like the first thought I had is I stared this vending machine straight in the soul, and I was like, "You can't card me. Like, you have no ability to determine if I can legally imbibe."
Why is it weird for me to picture a Japanese person drinking beer? Like beer.
They do.
Beer doesn't seem like a
Often.
Japanese thing. I don't know.
No, it is.
Like,
It for sure is.
I mean, I don't doubt that. I've never associated
They don't
beer
just drink
with
beer.
Japan.
They drink a lot of beer. They drink like we get like
Mm-hmm.
a tall tumbler or something. They have like mug, like the cartoonishly big, it's glass mug, and you gotta like hold it like this, you literally like have to raise your elbow to make sure it's above the table. Like it's granted, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but in Japan I'm about average size, and
Hey.
it's like that's a lot. That's a little bit. Oh my God, when I was in Japan, I met one guy in Golden Guy. Funny enough, Golden Guy is town, I think, and Golden, so it's Golden Town. It's the red light district of Tokyo. We wanted to visit.
Fun.
It was literally like my buddy was like, places we're gonna go to. Let's go there. And I was like, okay. And so we decided we want to get a drink in Golden Guy.
Yeah.
And we had someone there who was like, oh, I know a great spot. We walked into, it was like the narrowest corridor. Like, it's one of those situations where you go like from the door upstairs.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And it's narrow. We get into a room that is as wide as this table, and
Okay.
half of it is the bar.
Okay. All right.
The wall on the back is just like, it was white at one point, but it's been like Sharpied over everywhere, and it's all signatures.
That's
It's
kinda
just,
cool,
yeah,
actually.
it's just it was sick. It was awesome. Of course, this is high.
But did it have a
peak
cool
COVID.
floor?
No, just wood floor. But it was like peak
the
COVID
point?
though, so there's like huge
Yeah,
plastic drapes.
Yeah.
And the bar counter is just covered in bottles, like unmarked mason jars and clear bottles. And this guy comes out, like bald, skinny guy, glasses. He looks at us, and like, we've been in Japan, like we have an interpreter. We're trying our best to I started studying Japanese after I left Japan, which is super smart. And this guy, like so many people in Japan, spoke perfect English, but this guy spoke like perfect unaccented English, which was like, which is like, oh, that's like that. I like legitimately shocked. Like, it's that thing where you have to like train your brain to be like, this person has an accent, but they speak my language better than I do.
Interesting.
Like that thing where like, no, your grammar and everything's better. I just like it's just an accent. But this person, he opened the thing and we're like, hello, and he goes exactly like this. He says, hi, I'm Abe-chan. And we're like, okay, nice to meet you, Abe-chan. Yeah, let's do it. Like, and
With the dramatic pauses and everything.
yeah, no. And so we're like, hell yeah, man, what do you do? And he's like, just like he says, I make alcohol. We're like, what do you mean? What does that mean, Abe-chan? You're the best person we've met. Like, who are you? What is
I
this?
make alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he just goes, I make alcohol. And we're like, he goes, it's like, what does that mean? It means I make alcohol. And we're like, what alcohol do you have? And he says, what do you want? And so I'm saying, like, I'm a big whiskey guy. I'm a freak. I love Fireball. I like Fireball with nothing else. It doesn't need to be a mixed drink. Doesn't need to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I just like Fireball. And I'm like, I like Fireball. And he goes, what's that? And I'm like, it's like a cinnamon whiskey. And he turns, grabs an unmarked jar and puts it in front of me. And he's like, cinnamon whiskey. And we're like, what is this? He's like, that's cinnamon whiskey. And he looks at my friend and he's like, what do you want? And he was like, I don't know. I heard about plum wine. Like, we got to try plum wine. And he turns around, grabs something, puts it in front of it, plum wine. And we're like, what else do you got? And he goes, I make alcohol. So we spent this game like, potato, boom, carrot, boom. He's just like, what do you got made out of yams? And he's like, I got like, yeah, he's like, because he just had bottles, like clear bottles of just like dark liquors. And it was all, he just made alcohol.
How many times did he say, I make alcohol?
I think that was mostly it. But like this guy just like, he just made alcohol. Like this is a man who like sits in his house and goes, looks at a plant. And he's like, what can I make out of that? And it was incredible. He just kept giving us samples. We just kept trying stuff. And we're like, well, what would you drink? And he's like, depends what I feel like that day. And we're just like, Abe-chan, you're the greatest person in the universe. He was awesome. I love that. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know where we went.
Just a really fun
Turn
story.
into a story about Abe-chan, I guess.
Yeah, Abe-chan, and listen,
Fucking Abe-chan, dude.
I cannot tell enough stories about Abe-chan. More people need to know about this beautiful man that exists out there in the world.
Somewhere in the red light district of Tokyo, there's a man.
Yeah, somewhere in Golden Guy.
And he makes
it's
alcohol.
on the left side of the street if you're going north. And you just go up a set of stairs and there's a landing and the greatest man in history is waiting for you and you should go.
He knows when you're coming.
He's a delight.
That's incredible.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, so no, what I was now I remember what I think I was originally trying to say is this idea of like where do we go? And I feel like the thing is we go places and have an episode of the podcast there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I had one idea that's incredibly doable, assuming you like stargazing.
Never tried it.
Okay, we're not friends. Like, I've just had podcast. No,
Wow, I didn't look at. I mean, I like stars. I've never like spent like an hour like sitting in a field like looking up at
Really?
them.
dude. Okay, so rail trail right there.
Yeah.
You go in about half a mile, and the rail trail intersects with a farm. There's no light for miles. You're just in like the cornfield, and you like literally you can park a car. It's only a half-mile walk. Not hard to do.
Yeah, it's nothing.
And just like bring some folding chairs, a couple of ciders, and like a speaker. Put on some like smooth music and just watch the stars. Like I have an alert for like meteor showers, aurora,
kidding, yeah.
anything like that. If there's like an alignment or Venus is doing something cool. If it's a particularly clear night, it's just awesome. It's just a great way to spend time.
You said that is a great idea.
Yeah.
Just a total side note. You said, hey, maybe Venus is doing something cool. My stupid brain just went to looking to see Venus like skateboarding or something random.
Yeah, dude.
That would be pretty cool.
Venus does a sick ollie. You got it.
I don't know why my brain went that direction. That's
You have
such
to
a
see it to-
stupid thought.
Do you
but-
skateboard? Or like do you
No,
skateboard? Do you know anyone who did?
I've met a couple people who skateboard in their time.
I feel like I know it's like a whole culture, but like I wanna hang out with them. I wanna hang out with everybody, but
I feel like where we are, it's niche, but maybe I'm just not looking closely enough.
I mean, there
I'm
aren't a
probably
lot of
not
like
looking closely
great
enough.
parks for it. Like
Yeah.
you gotta. It's also especially like where we are. There's one direction and it's downhill. Like so
yeah.
that can be a little tough.
Yeah. It's probably not the.
Man, one of these 50 scars on my knee is my friend and I, when we were very, very young. Friend I started the London's Universe with. We were on like the top of High Street one day, and we just went over to Congress, went up, and we had a scooter and thought that was a good plan. and we so you know we
Did it all go
reached-
downhill from there?
Well, yeah, because like
I'm not really sorry for that one.
that was great. You have
you.
nothing to apologize for. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I left blood for like half a block.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's conjuring images I don't want to think much about, but I can't stop.
It's fine. Like, meat crayon?
Like,
Yeah. Oh, dude, you have like at a certain point, I have seen motorcycle. I have like been the first like person. It was like me, my mom, and my sister, and we were the only people with first aid training that like weren't just in shock at a motorcycle accident.
Oh, geez.
The largest piece of the motorcycle we found was a quarter of one of the hubs. It was like we were driving down the road,
That
and
thing
it was
has to be
like
going like really fast then.
yeah, no, it was like we saw like a rear view mirror, and we were like, huh, and then we saw like a handlebar, and we were like, and then we saw like shards of glass, like it was like a mile, like we were driving long enough for us to go. I wonder what happened. There must have been. Was
it a person there or?
most of three people.
Oh God.
They're fine. They're
Are they?
fine. No, no. My sister. One of her friends works at a CBD store, and she saw one of them come in, and they were like, "Yeah, my life is ruined. Everything's bad. I have depression. Like, I can't
my
use my
God.
I'm living in a wheelchair now. It's not great.
Yeah. I mean, they had to be going fast. I mean, for
Well,
like.
the car going the other way was also going a little fast.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, like, there's a trail of motorcycle parts for that long. Like,
Yep.
That,
No, okay, so I am clearly pretty okay with gory details. I
Yeah.
don't know if your or the podcast is. I just remembered
That'll be fine.
the camera's there.
Hello. Hope you're enjoying this one.
Hi. I think I'll end it there, remembering that I have a responsibility to to any potential viewer. I won't continue.
Oh my God.
It was, listen, man, at I don't know what you want. At a certain point, you just kind of have to deal, like there just is no other way to deal with that kind of loss but to laugh. You just have to do that.
Yeah.
You have to just meet people wherever they are, but like,
I mean, if you can't deal with some things with humor, that's how you just lose it eventually.
no, my mom was a VNA for a long time, and she saw some it was-
Messed up stuff.
Yeah, she saw
Yeah.
some brutal stuff, people that didn't go quietly, and
Ooh, yeah.
she would go home and just laugh about it, and it's all you can do, and that's kind of what I've learned to do. So
Oh boy.
Anyway,
Y'all having fun out there?
yeah, you having a good. So basically, my idea is just like we should do something. We can figure
We should
out what
crash
that
a
is.
motorcycle.
We should. I am terrified of motorcycles. I wonder why.
Yeah.
I have decided I'm never gonna do that. The joke I always use is statistically, every time you get on a motorcycle, you die. Just
Oh.
as far as I'm concerned, that's simply true.
You see, the only disasters I've gone past that I've got involved with
Yep.
is just like various farm animals getting out of their enclosure because I'm from Bakersfield.
So like, hey, that's not a bad thing. So you've never had anything like.
I don't think I've ever seen
Hey,
anything
hey
particularly
man, let's figure
gory.
out if we're friends. What trauma have you experienced?
I don't think I've seen anything like super traumatic on the road. Like, this is
Really?
something I didn't
Have you
see,
ever
but something
driven through Detroit and or
I've
around
never
it?
been to Detroit.
Okay.
I don't think I want to.
We used to go because I had family in Indiana, and they were very old, so that was just part of the route we took. And every single time we passed Detroit without fail, there was something on fire. Just every time.
That really fits the stereotype, doesn't it?
Well, so I don't know enough about Detroit to have any kind of stereotype. I just feel like I don't know this place. I'm not going to make any judgments about it. That said, there was one time we were driving through and the car in front of the light turned red. The car in front of us stopped, and then like people came out from both sides, and we just kept going.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they just like jumped on the car. So I don't want to make any judgments about Detroit. I've only been there like 4 times, like once a year. It was a while ago. Things could absolutely be different. I don't know anything about this place. I'm sure it's lovely. I know people like have incredibly fond feelings about being there. So there's something there that I don't know about.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to give it the benefit of the doubt for that reason.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But this all did remind me. Well, the thing I was about to go into is I've never really seen anything traumatic, but there was one thing we heard once in Bakersfield. So when I was young, there's a family like down the road from us, and they have a lot of cats. A lot of cats, and those cats used to just roam the neighborhood. Maybe they still do, but maybe I'll see some this summer. But so there's this one cat, tabby cat, that would come to our house and come by. Me and my sister would always pet it a ton. He's this cute little tabby cat. It was super friendly, and being a creative 8-year-old, I named it Tabby.
Aww.
It wasn't even my cat, but like
That's sweet.
It came by, it visited us. We gave it some treats. It was nice. By the time Tabby stopped coming around, the time we realized that was going to be the case, and so we were outside in the driveway, just hanging out with the parents and all, and we see like their car back in because we see it. And we know they're going somewhere, and then we hear a screech, and we hear the door open. We hear, "Honey, I hit another one!"
Oh, goodness. Oh no!
I know, it's so bad. We're not gonna name names here, but it's so bad.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I would never. Oh no.
Oh no! But they did have a lot of cats.
Yeah. Less now. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, that's probably the most traumatic thing I've encountered.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, we can. Boy, I have stories. Some of them I'd be happy to tell you, not on camera, maybe, or not. I don't know. I don't necessarily.
We'll see where the conversation goes.
Listen, so, like, I come from like the school of performance, where like, if you're gonna like be on air, like the best thing you can do is that like, this is a podcast. It's meant for people's enjoyment. Like, it's coming from a genuine place, but it's also just like, I know, like, it's just like, hey, if I'm upbeat, then my co-star or whoever's around me they can loosen up and they can have a good time. Yeah, but like so much of that comes from like the ethos of like find a part of yourself and heighten it. Like so that you end up like not being exactly who you are, which is great for this podcast. And its premise. Awesome, but I realized that very early, I was thinking about this very early in. The thing that I clocked, I was like, oh, Will might be nervous, so I was just like over relaxed. Yeah, I was like, everything's great, and you were like, when does this end? I'm like, I don't care, like it's not our problem, like it's like whatever. And I realized that like, if that persona like is what evolves out of this, then it's like, wow, so the part of me I'm heightening is I'm just an asshole. like I just suck.
I mean, I didn't get that.
Yeah. And I don't think this colors that in the right direction. I don't think this corrects. To be perfectly honest.
Would you like a topic change? Because we did have
Sure,
something planned.
That's right. We said in a
like a week ago.
So the video's not out. I think? No, it is. It is. I promise. I'm any good at this. I put that video. I remember because when we finished filming it, I was like, great, I don't have to do any work this Friday. like, I'm done. Like, that's my video for Friday. So it is out. I didn't. You know what? Let's just, let me see if we got any responses.
So you told me we didn't get responses,
I told
and then
you
but you didn't actually check. And you didn't even know for sure if the video was up.
Listen, Will, I'm so confident we didn't get any responses.
That's fine.
I'm pretty sure that this is an okay thing to do. I will check, and if I'm wrong, you have every right to tell me off. You deserve it. Let's see. Oh no.
Nothing?
No, there is. Specifically, there's a comment on
All right,
it.
so
All right.
That's brief. Welcome to our new call-in segment, where you reach out to us about whatever you want us to talk about. You want some advice? You got
That's
some
the
problems you want to share? And where is this thing?
I don't recognize the person. They're not someone I know. But there is a comment on that video that just says, "What is this?"
So yeah, that was a video.
So hello, Ethan Myers, 3792. Hi, this is Maybe Friends, a podcast where we decide if we're gonna ever hang out outside this building. That's all it is. We are coworkers, and that's all we are. And we're figuring out if Friends is a better place to end on.
It's not over. Just what is this?
I'm so happy.
This is the first episode where we're really sure of what this is.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. The funny thing is, only the first episode is out because if I didn't have another episode, I didn't want to air it. So I figured every week we record one will go up. And maybe,
Gotcha.
well, I can just ditch the two earlier ones, but then I have to do actual work if I ever need to take a break, and that just doesn't sound like fun. So I have to actually try and advance my dream or something, but I'm kind of using that time to work on much bigger videos that I couldn't possibly finish. Regardless. So hi, Ethan Myers.
This is Maybe Friends.
We're Maybe Friends.
And this is
we're that's what we are.
And this is our call-in segment where you can ask us questions.
Yeah, which you would know about. And possibly the only person on earth. But you would know about it. So here's what we did.
So some of our other coworkers have supplied us with some fun questions. You might have seen Katie at the start of the recording handing some on the table if we keep that in the edit.
If you couldn't tell from the beginning of this, Northwest Access is an incredible place to work. The relationship we have here is not dissimilar from the one we have with just about everyone else. This is just a building full of great people. And they're great people who understand television and entertainment. So seeing that we had no one, I thought just hey, I'm gonna tell them that they can get us to do whatever they want in front of a camera, and I'm sure we'll get something fun.
Yeah.
So this better be fun.
This was our first attempt at the call-in segment, so let's get to switch it up. Do you wanna? We got one, two. I think we got four here.
Okay.
Which one are you feeling?
I like the one with the scribbles because it's different.
Okay.
And then the one in the middle.
All right. So we'll put these two aside for now. Let's see if we get to them.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I kind of want to know what this is.
Sure.
All right. Okay. All right. Is Campbell's soups or Progresso soups better? Please explain which one is superior and why.
Listen. Campbell's kind of bad, right?
I'm going to tell you now, I haven't had either.
I haven't had any in at least a decade. My only memory, I only remember Campbell's soup. I don't know that I've ever had Progressive soup, but it was soggy. It's a soup, but like the contents of the soup
Isn't
was
the soup supposed to be
waterlogged.
kind of soggy though?
Yeah, but like, okay, no. So like the best soup you
It's
do.
soggy, but like watery is the problem. Is that
Well,
what you're saying?
no, it was like waterlogged. Like the best soup in the world. If I'm cooking a soup, I'm cooking the rice separately, and I'm like adding that in like after, because then the rice is like nice and fresh. It hasn't absorbed everything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I always had carrots last because I like them like slightly undercooked. Like clearly they've been like heated a little bit.
Crunch
but
to it.
yeah, but that way they haven't like soaked in all the seasonings and everything. It's just like pure carrot, and like the the like onion is clearly like that's been in the broth and everything.
Yeah.
But like I remember Campbell's being a homogenous mess of same tasting. Like I couldn't much distinguish the texture of the broth from anything in the broth. Like it was disintegrating.
Well, by the way you were describing this, it's probably a situation with all canned soups because they're all just ingredients sitting in a can, floating around in liquidy stuff.
I think it is Progresso. Maybe? I don't know. I don't check brands. I know the color. Listen, autism sucks, okay? It's not great. If you ever get the opportunity to try it out, don't. I don't recommend it. It's not fun.
There go my weekend plans.
Yeah. No, if I hit you on the head hard enough. No, so that I will like that the beef and barley, and maybe it's Progresso, is a comfort food for me. Like that was what we had when I was sick. Before like I knew how to cook anything. But that is good. Like each, it's still a canned soup, but like each chunk of thing in the soup tastes different from each other. So like when I can tell if there's like a bean in my mouth as opposed to like a chunk of beef in my mouth. Like I know the difference. And it doesn't feel like I'm eating like slop that has been cooked for far too long. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
I'm gonna, in terms of picking which one's superior, I'm gonna nominate Hormel's canned chili.
Oh,
And yeah,
I don't know this. Talk to me about it. What's so good?
it's just good. I don't really know what's in it. It's got a bunch of beef. It's got beans.
Okay.
It's got some real nice broth in there.
All right.
It is what my dad fed me and my sister when my mom was at work and when we were children.
Yeah.
So, or not work. It was dinners a lot of nights when my dad was cooking. And I grew up in it, and I still make it today. And it's just pretty good.
Hey man, that's great.
And you combine it with ramen noodles, and it's weird. People question it, but it's good.
No. I'm all about this.
Yeah.
Like so usually what I do is I take like a vegetable mix and then like some hamburger.
Oh yeah.
And then like a little bit of soy sauce. You make the ramen and then you just like start seasoning it, like adding it. If the water's still boiling, you can throw something in. But like, yeah, I like I had one of my buddies, like he does that. He takes like ramen noodles straight out of the package and mixes it, and it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna recreate that. And I spent like a year and a half like working, trying to figure out like how do I make this nutritious, how do I make this good. And eventually, I was back at his house and I watched him prepare. I'm like, what are you putting in there? He's just like MSG. Just like straight up just MSG and some vegetables, and it's fine. But I found a healthier alternative.
Yeah, but I feel like the canned chili on its own, it would have that problem you're talking about where everything kind of tastes kind of similar, but the ramen noodles breaks it up a little bit.
I could see that.
Yeah.
What flavor of ramen do you put in, or do you not add the flavor?
I don't add the flavor.
There you go.
That's what probably makes me the madman.
Yeah.
But
Well, no, I mean you're getting much less sodium. I think.
Aha.
Maybe is it in the noodle? I don't know.
I don't know.
the chemical composition of.
I don't
ramen
even
noodles.
really know what sodium is.
It's salt.
Don't you have to mix it with something to make it salt?
So sodium is technically salt. Table salt is sodium chloride.
Yeah.
But like sodium is the component you need.
Oh.
Yeah. So your body needs sodium. I mean,
Is the chloride just what like crystallizes it into like salt?
no, salt is a crystal in its natural state. It's a mineral. But I think you do need the chloride. I think what is it like? I know that there are like a lot of components like pure water, like just dihydrogen oxide, like is to a certain degree like poisonous. Just because like you need like minerals and other things for your body to like help digest it.
Yeah.
I feel flimsy on that piece of information, so I could be wrong. But I know that there are like examples, but like yeah, sodium is incredibly right. It explodes. It's insanely flammable. Water actually will make pure sodium catch fire.
Huh.
Oh, so water has oxygen in it, right?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh, fair enough.
It just reacts so violently that the oxygen just goes neat.
Does it make that sound too?
That's the sound of every single molecule going neat very quickly in rapid succession. Yeah.
What's our next question?
Yeah, our next question. Are there more wheels or doors in the world?
Christ.
Katie wrote this.
What's that?
Katie wrote this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie, this is for sure a Katie question.
I don't know. I want to say doors.
There are, so like, if this were like a Google interview question, right? We'd break it down by like, well, are there more cars? Are there like cars only appear on like certain industrialized sectors of the world? There are a lot of places like in rural areas you're going to see a lot of cars, but like in cities you don't see them as much because people don't need them. Like there are alternatives to transportation.
Here's the problem.
Yep.
You need to know where do you cross the line at doors and also wheels. Like take a car. You were talking about a car. You have your 4 doors in your standard car. You know, the driver, passenger, and 2 back doors.
That's a good point.
But you also have a door to open like the back. You know, the boot.
I would say that a door is any. I would probably define it as like it has to first block a portal, right? And the portal has to have meant to be crossed. Well, there has to be the intentionality of crossing the portal, right?
Yeah.
So, and by portal, I literally mean like space between, line between 2 spaces.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, in the like genuine definitional sense. So yeah, I mean, a car has that, but then there are like wheelbarrows out there. Wheelbarrows don't have doors.
Yeah.
Unless it's a really wacky wheelbarrow. I don't know. Technology's crazy.
And further on to like when we're counting wheels, like where is the steering wheel a wheel? Does that count?
Ooh, I feel like
Look at all the wheels in here. There's wheels on the TV background
I feel like,
stand.
I'm thinking of like a wheel in like the mechanical principles sense. Like it has to be, like isn't the wheel one of the like 4 basic machines or one of the 4 great machines? It's like
Probably.
It's like lever, ramp, wheel, and
button.
I should know this. Button? No.
Like
the like original like everything is at some point a mixture of these things. Kind of maybe cog. I don't remember. But is a cog a wheel?
Yeah. Is a cog wheel?
Well, so in the mechanical engineering sense, a wheel is meant to transmit energy or to travel energy, right? It's a although I guess a gear is transmitting energy. A wheel is trying
like
to
the
turn.
scroll wheel on a mouse.
Yeah. Clearly, we have no idea.
Yeah, I mean we're sitting.
That's yeah.
We're talking just about cars, but like I said, there's wheels like on that TV stand. There's wheels.
There are wheels on the TV
these
stand.
chairs. There's wheels. There's a wheeled tripod holding up our cameras.
Yeah, I feel like wheels are probably more numerous simply because they're smaller and generically useful. Doors are generically useful, but limited by the number of places people would want to go.
But at the same time, what about like in a kitchen? You know, cabinet doors. Doors to a fridge.
Those are doors.
Those are doors.
We have no idea.
God, that was insightful.
Hey man,
yeah.
The whole point of this segment is that if any person, if you, Ethan Myers, if you, Ethan Myers, want 2 random people who are not friends, who don't know about that yet, who are just talking to each other to answer whatever question you have under God's sky, we'll do it. We're not promising good results.
Yeah, the whole the thing.
That clock's not going. I kind of need to know what time it is.
Oh, I can check. It's
that's fine. All right.
It is currently 5:18.
That's way later than I thought it was. All right, next one.
Okay, wait. Which one of these have I read? Okay,
I don't know.
Progress this. Okay, this is the soup one. All right. I'm gonna read this one because I'm curious, and it's my turn.
Oh, that sounds good.
Is Mario a toxic brother to Luigi? It feels like Luigi's always there for him, but is Mario always there for Luigi?
I don't know enough about their relationship, man. Like, I do feel like there's a certain amount of like Mario's clearly like he's going places and he's not intending to bring Luigi with him.
Yeah,
like,
but Luigi's got a mansion. Maybe Luigi's already gone places.
But like, Mario's chasing after Peach. He's like, man, she's gone. I gotta go. Like, and he clearly like he's okay making that a journey. Like he'll go to literal volcanoes. He'll go to the beneath the ocean. And I don't think he's giving notice. He's a plumber. What about his clients?
Yeah.
I think Luigi's there. He's got to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
Like Luigi has a mansion. You want to know who's not there to help him out? Mario. Yeah. I feel like.
Well, maybe that's why Luigi has the mansion, because he's taking all the clients. Mario's he's chasing a princess. He wants to get rich quick. Wants to marry into wealth.
Yeah, Mario's a gold digger.
Luigi's a self-made man.
I mean, listen, there's something to be said about that. Like, he's a skilled tradesman. Like, Mario is a plumber. They make good money, but he's clearly willing to abandon that to try and inherit some wealth. So,
it really bothers me. If Mario's the protagonist, it really says how we, prioritize,
okay, but
the 1% who inherited the wealth to the guys who work for it.
Well, I mean,
why is Luigi not the star?
So, I mean, like, one of the rules of storytelling is that, like, normal life isn't often a good story. Like, something has to happen.
That's a good point.
Something does have to happen. So, is Mario the protagonist because he wants to be, or is Mario the protagonist because he happens to have the most interesting thing going on?
That's true.
Like...
Yeah, you know what?
I don't necessarily think that
more
we can,
credit for Luigi. Someone's, he doesn't.
He's just working 9 to 5, man.
He's working 9 to 5. His mansion's haunted.
Yeah, he's having a rough go of it.
He's always having a rough go of it. But I saw a thing on YouTube once about Luigi.
Yeah.
About how like Luigi is essentially overpowered because he's scared of everything, but he's equally scared of everything. So like a cosmic like world destroying threat is as scary to him as is a spider. And so
man.
So like everything's just and so like and he'll like still just deal with him anyway.
I hate that kind of thing. I hate the I hate the transitive property to nonsense. Like people, who would win in a fight? Like, I don't know, Superman or
Goku, the
or
classic
like Superman
one.
or Goku. And it's like, who cares? They live in utterly different universes. Those universes are built to tell us a story. These universes aren't supposed to talk to each other. They wouldn't be that interesting if they did. That's not like. Why compare that? That's not any kind of interesting.
But hey, usually when people compare these things into nonsense,
I want my favorite guy to beat your favorite guy in a fight.
Normally it just turns out being funny, and I'm okay with it.
That's true. Like there's something to be said for. I'm just no fun.
The idea that
I just hate fun.
The idea that Luigi would react to like a terrifying world-ending threat the same way as he would a spider, and just still deals with it, is kind of awesome. Yeah. I love that thought.
I don't know why this is reminding me. I just watched Sinners this weekend. Great movie, by the way.
It's so good.
Oh my god! Like literally every day that goes by, I go to bed thinking about it. I find a new thing about it that I like, and I like it more the next day. Like the longer time goes on, the more I like it. But we saw a trailer for Fantastic Four, and the marketing push for the trailer was like made by the person who did not Marvel, written by the people who didn't do Marvel, acted. Oh, guess what? These people, they're not in Marvel, and it's like literally the marketing campaign of that movie was. Yeah. Great news! No one involved in anything we've made worked on this. Isn't that great?
They did a similar thing with Thunderbolts. They released a trailer where
it might have been Thunderbolt. I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
That's
care.
fair, but they released a trailer where it's like.
I grew up in a comic book store, and I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, but they released a trailer like, starring all these people from like A24 movies and like the cinematographer of The Green Knight, I think it was.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah, so then it was Thunderbolts. It was Thunderbolts. Yeah. No, but because when A24 makes something, I watch it.
Yeah, because A24 is good.
They're really good. Yeah. Okay, we have one more, and I might be. Let me see. Am I in trouble?
You go have a little. You can read the
Well,
last one. There we go.
So what I'm learning is, I'm not in trouble. Okay,
That's good.
we can stay.
But to finalize that last question, Mario just isn't there for Luigi. When has Mario ever been in a Haunted Mansion game?
I don't know.
I've never played him either.
I have no idea. I play a lot of games. I do my best to like really vary my media diet. I want to be like a fan of everything.
Yeah.
Like video games is something I happen to know a lot about. I know a lot about games. I learned how to make video games, like stuff like that. Not well, but I've done it. Like just like storytelling in general and just art on any of its own terms is like I'm something really trying to get a part of. And for me, it was always like Legend of Zelda, never Mario.
But the only point we've come to is that Mario's just a gold digger who will give up on his work, and Luigi's a self-made man with a work
We're throwing
ethic.
a lot of shade at a guy we don't know anything about.
I know some things about Mario.
But like,
Sometimes he's Italian. Sometimes
he's
he's Bob Hoskins. Sometimes he sounds like Chris Pratt.
But like, have we ever seen like Mario like go through his day to day? Like, do we know what's in? Like, I don't think I know what's in Mario's heart, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't yell at him like that. All right. If a pair of headphones was quite literally two smartphones glued together, would you use it? Yeah. I absolutely. That's a horrible idea, which is why I do it.
And do they only operate as like they can play
don't know.
music, or like are they still smartphones? Can you like
I have no idea.
can you like take your headphones off, and start playing like Angry Birds on one half of that mic?
I don't know and I don't care. I live my life by recognizing that like wisdom is bought by practiced stupidity. So I'm gonna buy a whole lot of wisdom. I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna do the stupid until the world's a cooler place. And it's worked. My body's falling apart, but it's worked.
Meat crayon.
Uh,
Callbacks.
brother, I got like I have several yeah, no, there we go. I'm made of scars. Do they? Hold on, I don't know. Trying to tell. I have like the crescent moon like right on my
Oh
forehead.
yeah, you told me about that before. Yeah.
I got hit in the head with a pipe.
Yeah, like an off-brand Harry Potter.
Yeah. So I had went to Ecuador previously.
Yeah.
And I had this huge Ecuador scarf for like their football team.
Yeah.
And it's red, yellow, and blue. And I had that and a London fog and glasses and a crescent moon scar on my forehead. I hate Harry Potter because I was given no choice. like people were like, "Oh, dude, what's your favorite book?" And I was like, probably, I don't know, like Hogfather by Terry Pratchett, maybe. And they're like, "No, Harry Potter book." And I was like, get out of my face. like it was well-meaning, but I would promise you I was bullied. It was not great.
You're an accidental cosplayer.
Oh my god.
You accidentally cosplayed Harry Potter. Was this still
It's
in
maybe one of the few
Ecuador?
cosplays I could play. I kind of want to cosplay. I feel like I'd give that a try.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it. People really seem to like it. I
Yeah.
want to see what's up. But I don't think I could cosplay anyone successfully. So I don't. One time, I had a previous girlfriend tell me that I should cosplay Hiccup from How to Train a Dragon. I was told that I could pull that one off. I never did, but I was like, "Wow, that's the best I've got, huh?"
Have you ever been told you like look like a celebrity in any situation?
No, I'm not that good looking.
I've got like the first time I got it was like a year ago.
The first time you got it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first time someone compared me like visually to a celebrity was like young Christian Slater, which I mean,
Young Christian Slater. Okay,
I'll take it.
Yeah, no, I see that.
I mean,
There
you got big Josh Gad energy.
Hold on. Give me a second here.
He voiced the snowman in Frozen.
You heard it here. I can cosplay an animated character with no human body.
That's just context as to who he is. And did you watch the live action Beauty and the Beast remake? He was in that.
Now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, LeFou.
I don't think that's a compliment.
I mean, you don't look like him as LeFou. I think he's look like normal Josh Gad, and he's successful. I mean, he has like better hair.
I love that. Like, listen, like I know I'm not the handsomest person in the world. I am like working on it because body image sucks. I don't mind that much. Like I think I've come to a good spot with it, but it's so funny being like, yeah, you got a face for radio. The guy, the Beauty and the Beast live action thing, who's like supposed to be a buffoon and is dressed and acted to match.
All right, well, you're not dressed like LeFou.
No,
you don't look like animated LeFou. He's meant to look like a homunculus.
You misunderstand. I'm taking this as a compliment.
Oh, good. Okay.
Not a compliment, but it's funny.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
That's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny. Like I think that there's so like if you make fun of somebody and they kind of deserve it, it's just funny so long as they get it. Yeah. And like I have so many good reasons for people to make fun of me. like it doesn't clock. It's fine.
I'm just painfully generic looking half the time.
I think you're painfully generic. I mean, like you're.
I'm a straight white man.
Yeah.
with blondish hair and blue eyes.
No, yeah, you're classically handsome. That's not a bad thing to be.
No, that works.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, no, it's great. No, you should feel good about yourself. Yeah. Like you clearly, like you work out, like you're clearly like taking care of yourself. That's great.
Yeah.
You should absolutely feel good about that.
Also, I don't think too hard about it. It's. Although I did refer
I think about it all the time.
College, I did refer to myself a lot as just generic white man number 7.
Dude, I did the same thing. Boy, howdy. I clearly didn't think about it too hard, but like there was in college, I remember like actively making the joke. I was like, you want to know the most notable thing about me is that I have like no trauma. I'm just good. And I clearly wasn't giving enough credence to things that had happened in my life, and B, that didn't age well. Things went south.
Things went downhill.
Yeah. Well, see, but that's not like bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, cool. Like I ripped half the skin off my knee, but like I'm fine. Yeah. My knee works. It hurts. It hurts so much, but squats are painful.
Really?
But they were, yeah.
So how long ago was that?
Dude, I must have been like 8, so 20 years ago.
God, so you've like
I've done worse.
Damage.
I've done like so much worse. So like my knee started hurting. I thought about it because it was like hurting for years on end, and I was like working out, and it was just in so much pain. I was like, man, why is that? And I remembered back to this time at the family vacation, not like real family, just like friends. I like believe in like a lot of loyalty to my friends. My friends are really, really important to me, and so we make the effort to like go down to Delaware.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be there one day. Hey. I don't know. It's funny enough. It's like all the northbound people. Like it's called the Legends Family Vacation, and you're somehow more involved in northbound in some ways than others. So maybe you have a spot there. I don't know. There's like we have like a couple of things, but like, and you're obviously not going this year. Yeah. I don't know you like that. We're not. Yeah, we're not friends. Yeah, we're not friends. We're maybe friends. But we were at the beach in Delaware. We had like dug a hole. I put my leg in it, and then like a wave hit me. I toppled, and my leg stayed in the hole, and my body went like that. And I was like, yeah, that's around when it started hurting. And the doctor was like, talk to me. No, that I've broken my leg before. I've broken I haven't broken my thigh. The femur. That's it. I haven't broken the femur, which is good. You don't want to break your femur.
No, don't break the femur.
That's such bad news.
That's like that'll mess you up for life.
Yeah, no, I've impaled my foot. I was just walking around the forest and like right on a nail.
Ooh. That must have been. Was that rusty?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's been in the woods for who knows how long. But like, I don't know, I've had my tetanus shot. But like, some scar tissue, a little bit of pain. I can still walk. I can still run. I can still lift. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
I've never actually broken a bone, but
You're not living hard enough.
apparently not.
You're not doing it right. I've broken so many so this right here, I don't know if I've done this with you. If you take your finger and just like press it here, like you just do that to your own finger, like right where it meets
Right,
your own
like,
thing.
around
Your hand bones like
here.
meet your radius and ulna. If you just like press on that, there is a hole. Like there is a just hole where the bone coming from my middle finger just doesn't go all the way. I broke it in a fencing match and then completed the fencing match. And when I was done, my wrist was just huge and blue. And my mom was like, "We're going to the hospital." But yeah, no, if you like right there, you can just like put your finger in there.
I don't know if I want to.
It's fine.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
You're not lying.
No. Yeah, you can.
It's just gone.
Yeah, no, I used to think it was a Bible bump. Yeah, because just like, sometimes you have like a bump. So what you do, like it's called a Bible bump because you place your hand flat and you take like a book and you slam it to try and get the bone back in place. And I would do that all the time, not realizing that it was just like, we never said it after it broke.
Oh.
So I was just slamming on my bone and I like cracked it a couple times. And when I eventually took some x-rays, like years later, they're like, "That's messed up."
Aside from the femur,
Well,
what
look,
do you think
see?
is
Look at that. I'm fine.
Yeah, you wouldn't even notice. Aside from the femur, what do you think is the worst bone to crack? Or
The femur. The femur's.
so I was with
femur's so bad.
I thought it would have been the ribs.
No, I've had broken ribs. Like they hurt, but like so the worst part about broken ribs is that like there's nothing you can do. Like there
Yeah.
is nothing. There's no way to brace it. There's no way to tie it. You're breathing is going to like cause your rib cage some motion. So you're just going to be in unbelievable pain
Yeah.
for an extraordinary amount of time, and nothing's gonna save you, and God can't help you. Like you're just gonna be in pain. But other than that, it's not so bad. Dude, you wanna go with ribs? I have similar things with my ribs. There is a
Not good.
so one of my so there was my rib cage formed wrong. I had pectus carinatum, and what
okay.
they had to do, it like kind of formed like this. But I played a lot of trumpet, so like I had built up like a lot of breath support and breath capacity. And when we went in to fix it, to do that, they basically had to like cut my chest open, like take my ribs out, break them, shave them, and then form them correctly and put them back in. Yeah, my sister has this story about when she was watching my operation, she could like see my heartbeat through the thing. And fun fact, when I was recovering from that, I got the hiccups. And it was the most pain I've ever been in my entire life. But
That's so unfortunate.
it was bad. But now they're like kind of going the other way a little bit. And this rib in particular, the one like right above my heart, like at one point, I just, I was in a scrap, I got hurt, and I think it like dented in. And so like this rib in particular like sinks lower. So my rib cage is lower here than it is here. And that's like directly above my heart. So if I get hit wrong, I have nightmares of what could happen if that just snaps.
Oh yeah.
But like I can still breathe. I can it just I actually don't feel anything in my chest because all the nerves were cut. I have just a huge scar. Yeah, I just have a huge scar running across my chest, and I don't feel anything until like right here.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought my thumb tip story was something. I can't feel anything in the thumb tip.
Yeah. It's wild. Like you can feel like pressure, right?
Yeah.
Like you can tell like something's pressing on it, but not quite what.
Yeah, but it's not like quite there.
No, it is a little freaky sometimes because I can't really tell when I hurt my chest. There are times when like I can literally feel the border of where I can't feel anything, and I feel like an ache spreading from that border up and then from that border down, and I'm like, ooh, we have a problem.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because it's like the pain response like starts where it can, and it's large enough to cover my chest. I'm like,
so
that's not great.
You wouldn't feel anything where you actually got hit, but like you'd feel it like radiating out from beyond that border. That must be a crazy sensation.
You get used to it.
That's like, that's wild. I don't want to say that's awesome, but like that's like so interesting.
Everybody's got something like that. Like, like that's the thing. People, like literally everyone on Earth is interesting. You just have to like convince them that that's true.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm not cool. Nothing happened to me. Shut up. Yes, you are. Keep talking to me. Like, there's something about you that's awesome, and I want to know about.
Yeah. I'm just interested in the sense I haven't severely injured myself too much.
I feel like you're maybe not giving enough credit to things like
to my injuries.
I don't know. Like
I think I'm probably interesting in other ways.
Well, yeah, but like
just my interesting aspects don't come from how I've injured myself because I don't injure myself too much.
Let me be absolutely clear. I don't recommend anyone get injured. Like it's
but...
not. I'm pretty lucky. Like I'm fine. I can move. But that's not guaranteed. Like it can go bad.
There was more interesting
You've never,
about
like,
you than
busted your head open or anything?
No, well, I do have a scar like around here and around here from when I was like 2 or 3 or something.
Well, I
don't remember. I don't remember it happening.
I mean, when you're a kid like that, you're mostly head.
But yeah, maybe I was a bit older. But I know one time, a little family walk, and I was riding on the trail, and I tripped and smacked my face on a rock. That would result in stitches up there. And the other time was jumping on a bed and falling and bouncing my face off a metal bedpost or something.
Yep.
Which had caused the other one. There was one around there and one around there. I don't know if that broke the skull. I don't know.
I mean, you're fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
I think so.
There you go. See, you have got battle scars. Check it out. Dude, real quick, talking about being a kid and head injuries, we used to do something. I had a bunk bed when I was a kid, and we used to do something called block fishing. The idea is we took all the pillows off my bed. We invented this the same night why did we do that? Well, we had a game where we like turned the light switch off, and so long as the lights were off, you could hit people as hard as you wanted. you could just like absolutely lay into people, and when the light turned on, it was like red light, green light, but with fighting. And that night we decided to make block fishing, which was someone would be on the top. Like you went into my childhood room, like from a hallway, you'd go in, here's the door along the wall, and then the bed is like on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So you could like sit in the hallway. We took all the pillows, put all the pillows in the hallway. One person was on top of the bed with a jump rope, and on the other end of the jump rope, we tied a brick. And people would run in with the pillows, and you'd say like, "I'm a fish," like you'd say like. You'd like wrap the pillow around your head and be like, "I'm a hatfish," and then they'd throw the brick at you and try to hit you, and you'd be like, "I'm a crabfish," and then people throw a brick at you. Like as a kid, it was a lot of fun.
There were so many directions this could have gone in. It could have gone really wholesome. And so we got this jump rope. We tied a brick to it.
Well, we started with like one of those cardboard bricks, but like it didn't hit hard enough. So
why not like a book or something?
Because we had bricks. We were honestly, the legitimate reason is because we were building a shed out back, and like the foundation was all brick, so we had some left over.
Before you mentioned brick, I was gonna make a joke like, all right, so what you're saying is we get a bunk bed in here and we have a new segment for the show, but then you mentioned a brick, and I'm like, I don't know.
I would go block fishing again. It was a great time.
I'm a crabfish.
That was literally what it was. It was like, yeah, you do like, there was like, I'm a catfish, and you'd like run around on all fours, people would be throwing a brick at you, and then pulling it back with the jump rope.
And the lights were off, so you couldn't actually see.
No, that was a different game.
Oh, okay.
We kept the lights were on for this one. Yeah, we were just kids doing kid stuff. Needless to say, I have a lot of scars in my hairline. Like a lot. Top of my shoulders, too. Like, yeah.
At what point did you decide that block fishing maybe wasn't a great idea?
I don't remember. We just kind of moved on.
Well, it happened after the last time I took it to the head, and I don't remember. We just kind of stopped.
No, we used to do way stupider stuff than that. I mean, granted, like the head was the primary target. I do remember that, like specifically, like each kind of fish was more points. And if you were like a really slow fish, it wasn't a lot of points. And then if you hit it in the head, it was more points. I don't know, man.
Did your parents know about this? Did they?
They, I think we're used to it. Like dude, I got in so many fights. Like we would go up to like Aldous Hill Park, and we would I remember when Hunger Games came out, like we made our own version of the Hunger Games. We all took like PVC pipes, like a bow with like a wool knot at the end of the arrow, and we like threw them all around this one rock. And then you would someone would say go, and we all had like flip phones, and that was like the canon was that you'd like say, yeah, I died. And then and like there was like backpacks of food, and we would like do that for the weekend. Like we would go out.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, and we would like camp out on Aldous Hill Park
if
fight each other with weapons.
If there's a way to make that like less, less risky of injury, that sounds great.
I mean, injuries are just injuries. Yeah. Like injuries are fine.
Yeah, I know, but like if I can avoid taking a PVC, you have a crescent moon scar on your face.
Yeah.
If I can avoid stuff like that,
I can't really like I can like cock this eyebrow. I can't do it. It doesn't work.
Is that why I can't cock one of my eyebrows? Because I've got a scar.
Could be. Do you like feel the scar tissue?
I just don't think I have the muscle to do on this side. Because I can do it that side really easily, but I can't.
Yeah, no, I can like feel the like that's not pulling right. Like, yeah.
I mean, my scars are definitely smaller, so maybe it's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, head wounds are fun because they bleed so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game Mom would always play when we were kids, like we'd come in bleeding from the head. She's like, okay, but how bad is it? Because head wounds are gonna bleed. There's just a ton of blood vessels up there, but it's like, is this something I have to worry about?
Was this a brick or something not a brick?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like we had like a gravel driveway, so if you get thrown into that, like you could get cut up.
Yeah.
Not like bad. You should talk about something other than injuries. I
can't believe
I have a lot of injury
stories.
stories.
Were throwing bricks at each other.
Yeah. It was great.
You just had a single pillow on your head to save yourself?
It was a great time. Well, we had a bunch of pillows, so we were like stuffing them in our clothing and stuff, and we were like dodging. Like we weren't we didn't want to get hit. Like, yeah, we were fish, man. We're dodging the fishermen.
How long did you stand there dodging until they stopped throwing the bricks? Did you decide
okay,
you missed a chance?
Yeah, until we got bored. Yeah, we would. I do remember a couple of times where someone would get hit and they'd like crawl that way. They were like, I remember one in particular. One person got hit dead square the back, mid traps. And they were arm over arm, crawling out, and the person up top was still throwing the brick. and it got to the point where I think she's actually hurt. I think you need to stop. I'm fine.
I know, but it's just such an
listen, comedy equals tragedy plus time, right? It's just funny after long enough.
Side note, what was the question we read that led us here? Did we ever answer that?
If there were headphones that were literally two smartphones glued together, would you? And I would, because I do stupid stuff all the time. I feel clearly.
Do I have to spend money on it? Do I have to buy it? Because if so, I'm definitely not doing that.
Oh, I wouldn't spend money on that.
Yeah, no. That sounds so inconvenient.
But if someone said hey man, I have these crappy headphones, I'd be like, give them.
If they're smartphones, they got touch screens and stuff. Your ears just gonna be touching the screens and doing stuff, and then
yeah. I don't know. I'd try it. I'll try most things once.
I might try it for 5 minutes and laugh at it and then never do it again.
All right. We got to end this at some point. So clearly, there's I don't know. First question: are we friends yet?
Or somewhere along the line.
All right, hey, this is better than I thought.
I think we all.
I feel like all I've painted myself as this episode is a freak.
Can we ever really answer that question without killing the gimmick of the show?
I mean, we can do something else with the show. The show can evolve and hey, we're we can have a podcast called "We're Friends Now," episode 1.
Season 1, maybe friends.
Yeah, we could have a podcast called "We Hate Each Other." I'd watch that. Yeah. So, are you friends? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm open to learning more about you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We at some point will do something.
Maybe in 2 weeks for the
Maybe
next one.
Maybe we film in 1 week. I'm not sure if we can, just because we got ground to make up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, just having a backlog.
Yeah, a backlog can help.
Yeah, backlog can help. We'll do something next time.
Yeah,
we'll keep this conversation going.
We'll think of something in the coming week, and maybe we'll remember to do it. Maybe we'll do something totally different.
I feel like "Are we friends yet?" is the perfect sign off.
Yeah,
just like, hey, well, are we friends yet? And then that's where we edit it out. But not today.
Not today. We're not there yet.
Not today.
Are we gonna keep the call-in questions line active?
Listen, I've been humbled. I've been humbled already. If we get submissions in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We owe
if
it
we
to
get submissions,
Ethan Myers.
That's one of my favorite ideas that we've had about this. I want to do more of that.
Yeah, we owe it to Ethan Myers specifically.
Ethan Myers,
this one's for you.
Ethan, if you're happy with
you, buddy.
our answer to your first, if we adequately explained what this is, feel free to ask us more stuff. We will comment on literally anything you tell us. You got you got relationship problems, we'll talk about relationship problems.
Yeah. You can steer our show. You can help us figure out if we're friends.
Yeah.
You know what? Just boy.
You could make or prevent friendships.
Only you can prevent friendships. Yeah, that is legitimately one of the funniest things I have had happen to me in a while. That was so funny.
What is this?
Yeah, what is this? All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, another episode down. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. I don't have a way to end this. I'm just going to stop
Meet
recording.
Crayon.
Meet Crayon. Is that the name of the episode?
Maybe. Have we been giving the episodes names?
I mean, we can now.
We should, honestly.
We really should. I that or Ethan Myers.
This one's for Ethan.
And this one's for Ethan Myers.
Featuring Ethan Myers.
Yeah, featuring Ethan Myers. All right, have a great one.
Everyone, thanks for being
and
here.
Remember, if you build a man a fire, he's warm for a night. If you set a man on fire, he's warm for the rest of his life. Good night, everybody.